Hello everybody, it's Jared and Viceroy here of the ChocoVlog Nights. It's been a while, to be honest. It has been a while.
Yeah, one day it's too long.
Yeah, one day is too long, and we've been going through several one days. So, yes, there's probably a few things we should clarify, update, and let people know about whilst we're here. So, first of all, Final Fantasy 11. I can pretty much confirm to you now that none of us really play Final Fantasy 11 anymore. I mean, Vice, I think you did recently uninstalled, didn't you?
I sadly have, my days in Vanadil have come to a close. What can I say? I uninstalled it the other day. It took me 5 days to uninstall it.
5 days continual?
5 days to uninstall it.
It didn't want to go. So it's a bad rash.
Well, it's so much hard drive space. I mean, I went in there and it was like one thing to uninstall after another. That's when I kind of realized how gigantic that game really is.
Yeah,
you had the original game, Zillard, Promathia, Autogon, Wings of the Goddess. It just never seemed to end. And so,
But yes, I mean, I stopped playing well over a year ago. I mean,
it was sad. It was sad.
I remember when I sort of quit, it was quite sad, actually. I didn't want to leave, and I did try to come back several times, but it didn't really stick, if you know what I mean.
Right.
That magic which I once felt wasn't there.
Well, we didn't really have a proper finale.
No.
But
we didn't really have a swan song.
No. I mean, maybe this can kind of serve as it, I guess, but it's not over. Right.
Oh, no, of course not. It's the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another.
Mm.
So, yes, we're not playing 11 anymore, but we are now playing as a group, most of us anyway, from the old days, are now playing Final Fantasy 14. Surprise, surprise. So, we're on 14. We're on Excalibur, which was formerly Palamecia, which formerly worked before they decided, hey, let's merge all the servers, K-Bang.
I always thought Palamecia sounded like Paramecium.
I thought you were going to say Parisian.
I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, aside from the MMOs. I have no idea what Palamecia is.
It's from Final Fantasy 4. It's the town.
I don't know what any...
More people may know it as the airship.
I just picked that server because the name sounded cool.
It did sound cool compared to some of the others.
Palamecia.
Like
it
Selbina. Who was
Palamecia.
Selbina?
Palamecia. People, when we were getting that whole thing going, I think my old friend Saskia said to me, you should come to Selbina. I'm like, dude, I've been to Selbina many times.
I've looked for many times.
I don't need to go. Selbina was the place I ran to when goblins chased me away. I don't need to.
You don't want that memory being your eternal. But saying that, Selbina became part of our server, so you got all the Selbina rights.
Well, Selbina and Muhara, I always got them confused. Selbina and Muhara, I always got them mixed up. But I think Selbina was Dune. Yeah, that was Dune.
Selbina
right?
was Dune. So the Dunes. How many times I sat there looking for fruit?
I always got those two ports mixed up.
Yeah, but no. In terms of 14, some of us have been there for a long time. Some of us quit, like myself, for the longest period of time before I came back. I only recently came about 3 months ago. I obtained my legacy status a few days ago, which is fantastic, and if you don't know what that is, certainly check out the Lodestone website. But it means that when the game comes out
But if you didn't start the game now, you ain't going to get legacy status.
No! So that's to be you.
Which means you get to play the game at a discounted price for life. What is it? What are we, $10?
Yeah, pretty much $10 for me. It's about £6.
So if you didn't play, if you start today, then sorry.
No, and no special chocobo either. You don't get the special bow, which looks amazing.
It's one of those things where I would just tell people, well, you shouldn't have left.
Shouldn't have left? No, I mean, I came back just in time.
Yeah.
So, I will say this, though, as a quick aside. Compared to the Founder system, which the old Republic had, which I played for a little while, and I've sort of played that and got Founder status, which is similar to Legacy status, except Founder status, as far as I'm aware, in the old Republic, meant fuck all. Whereas actually there are tangible monetary benefits here. Basically, every 3 months that you play, you'll get an additional month free, basically, which is amazing. Can't complain with value like that. But no, so we're all back. Most of us are playing some of the crew that you remember. Myself, you got Viceroy, you got Nelia, Suni, Serioku, that's all kinds of people who are still playing and sort of gathered back to 14 again.
I don't know what Asmodeus' thing is. I think he's sort of been without internet for a while, so I don't know. Yeah. I do know that he uninstalled the game. I know he's going to revisit it at some point, probably 2.0, but as of now, he's MIA.
Yeah.
Eridon appears occasionally. I think most are kind of waiting for 2.0.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I can't particularly blame them for that. So 2.0 is where we want to see Chocobo Knight sort of reborn. Just as 14 will be reborn, so will Chocobo Knight. And we want to let all you guys know, the guys who may have played with us in the past or have seen the videos that have been posted, that, we are looking to reignite that community again, our 2.0 community in 14. It's going to be cool with the hip kids.
I'm in the process of actually creating a new forum. I don't have the URL yet because there's nothing to show, but I did create I did get a new forum going. So I'm not going to use the old one. I just don't think I think it's kind of too far gone at this point. So yeah. I need to start fresh. I mean, it's still going to be there to be preserved, but it's, to start new, I got to start someplace else.
Absolutely. So I think, for the most part, we want to get back into things. We're going to reboot everything so that when 2.0 rolls around, you join us.
Right.
Be the same old shell, the same old people, the same old laughs, the fun, the entertainment, but everything will be brand spanking new. We've taken the cobwebs down, put a throw over on the city to hide all the marks, grimy stains from the past, and just start afresh.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I think what we want to do with this, but what we also want to do is, in preparation for 2.0, in preparation for people who may not have seen our videos for a while or may never have seen them before, and we want to do a look back. We want to use the opportunity of these videos to discuss the past, discuss the present, discuss the future, maybe with myself, Vice, and occasional guests who we may invite to join us on the show. This is a show now. We will refer to this as a show.
A show.
Apparently that slipped out my mouth. Yes, it's a show, people. Congratulations. Hold on. But we want to look back on our old videos and sort of give a commentary over what happened in the past and and how we've come along and how we feel that went back in the past and test our memories, see how much we actually do not remember.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember a lot of things.
No, I mean, I had looked over the videos.
All that.
I know I looked over the videos recently, and it's like some of the things I seen was like, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Well, it's weird to see a lot of things, not just anything on YouTube, but just, I mentioned this before, but screenshots of link shell chats and potty chat and stuff, of just, something weird was said, something funny was said. I don't remember that. I mean, I do, and it's still funny, but I don't remember the actual times around it. I don't remember it, because there's no screenshot of the entire chat log. It's just that one isolated piece of it. So it's more funny to me now, because I don't remember what kind of precipitated that.
And you have no idea what the context is.
If anything.
And I say some of them are freaking funny as hell. Some of them are hilarious.
Yeah.
And I say they're even funnier now because we don't even know what the context is to them.
Well, I think some of them are kind of painful, to be honest with you.
Eagle eye shit.
Yeah. Yeah, or when I said that I wanted head.
Yeah, when you wanted head badly.
Which I must say, I was talking to somebody about the Dragoon relic, and I said I wanted the head.
Take it out of context.
It came out I wanted head, and then it went into the link shell, and everyone kind of was like, "What?"
Everyone, feel free to take that one out of context.
And then somebody gave me an offer. But anyway.
And he did.
Someone offered me, no.
And he accepted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was AFK for so long that day. Yeah.
But yes, so we're going to look through a few of our old videos. So start it off fresh. And we're going to work through as much of the library of the videos as we can. There are a lot of episodes we need to work through.
Oh, so many.
So I think we should kick it off now and start off with episode 1.
Episode 1, the very first one we ever did. This terrible one called Azurin Fists.
All right, then. So we'll count it down. Let us know when you kick it off, Vice.
All right.
Let's do this.
There we go.
Go.
Mm.
Pop it, Ellie. The first
Tell me
word.
again. Tell me again which pixel I am.
I couldn't tell you, Vice. The resolution is shit. Why is the resolution shit, though? You tell us.
Because I was using a PC at the time where I didn't have a lot of hard drive space. I think I had maybe 10 gigs left, and I had to make, and I didn't have any place else to put them. I didn't have an external yet, so I had to make them as small as possible, which also meant deleting the source files. So this is all that exists. I can't go in there and re-render them again. I don't have this original footage.
No. And to be honest, it is a long time ago. Timestamp on this is 15th December 2007. You know, this is about 6 months into the shell. I feel, you know. I think this.
Yeah.
I don't. So what caused you want to actually record the thing? Why did you record this fight? Why this fight? What egged you want to do this?
This was a test. Are you asking me why I put these videos together?
Yeah. So what's the reason behind this? I mean, we got this fight in the background, and
well, it all kind of stemmed from me wanting to do the Matt fight or the Robon fight on Blue Mage. Didn't have to do it because I had done it on Dark Knight the year before that, but I wanted to just to kind of finish out the story, and I was looking for strategies. So I went to YouTube just to see what everybody had, and ended up watching several other videos completely unrelated to what this was, and I was watching other 11 videos, and I mostly was watching all of these Ballista and Brenner videos with very loud and obnoxious rock music.
Oh, yes.
And I can't tell you how many Ballista videos I watched where I heard the music, where I heard that song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. You know.
Are we back to the 90s again?
So creative. And so I think my feeling was I just wanted to hear what everybody was saying. And I just wanted to hear what the people were talking about, if there was anything going on. And that's kind of where it all began at that point.
That seems fair enough. I mean, I can certainly appreciate. I mean, I'm quite a fan of things like director's commentaries. I particularly love stuff that behind the scenes, you know, looking at something in terms of, you know, this is what it is. You know, people talking about how it went. So
right.
I always found stuff like that, and I'm kind of glad that I got involved with stuff like this, because it really is that you see the players, you know, a lot of music you see the new, but you never really see what's going on behind that. You don't see the community that's from that. And I think that video was great because it gave a window into who we were, you know, what our community was all about, really.
Well, the big thing ahead of that, too, was that we were always doing something together as a group, as a unit. We were always out there doing something. And one thing I noticed was, not aside from the fact that all these dynamic personalities were sort of clashing together, which was really funny, but something weird would always happen. Something funny would always happen. Something just completely we didn't expect would happen. And I just kind of thought I wanted to capture all that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, and as you saw, that was our first video in background. It wasn't much to be with. I mean, I don't think I learned about this until after the fact put up, and then that's when I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic. Do more! We must do more!
I mean, this one, there's nothing particularly interesting. It was, as I said, this was more of just a test to see how it would go. Okay. And I uploaded it to YouTube, and I just kind of wanted to see if there was any response. There kind of was, and then I think the more I just did it, it was sort of, you know, I was getting more people replying saying this is kind of cool. Yeah,
and the thing is, the further along it goes, more people come in, but actually let's check out the back catalogue. So we built up an image there, which was quite nice. I mean, particularly early days, a lot of this stuff was just random on the spot. Like, let's record this. I mean, later on we did COP, which, you know, the whole, you know, that's a saga upon itself, which we'll have fun reviewing and revisiting.
Right. I mean, people obviously recorded stuff with Fraps. They recorded game footage before, but I don't think, I mean, I didn't even look it up, but I don't think there were many videos like, I don't think you had a lot of gameplay footage with people talking as it was taking place.
The problem is, though, a lot of times we did have someone like that, and they were talking, it was always a very case of, hi, my name is so-and-so, and this is how you complete X mission. It was never, a group
What
of
I
people
wanted to
having
do
fun.
was, I wanted it to look like we were just doing something, talking, and it was if somebody just picked up a camera and began to film everything that was going on.
Exactly. I mean, you get
I wanted to almost give the illusion of the fact that it was live. I mean, it obviously it wasn't live. We weren't broadcasting this live, but I certainly wasn't going to go back in there and edit out all of the stupid things that happened. I was just going to put everything in there. I mean, there was one video that we did do, and I actually never uploaded because it was too embarrassing. But and I'm not going to put it online. No one will ever see it.
No, which is fair enough too. Certainly don't blame me for that at all.
We were doing the climb, the COP climb, on the mountain.
Yes.
And
no, it wasn't. Was it?
And we kept falling off. And it was funny for the first few times, but then it was just becoming ridiculous. And I said, I can't put this. This is ridiculous. I can't put this online. This is embarrassing. Like it had gone well beyond being funny to being like, is this really happening right now? We're gonna look like complete morons. And I said, there's gonna be flame wars on the page. I can't do this. I'm not gonna put this online. So
yeah. And the thing is, you always have that group of people who see video like this. No, you should have done it this way, and then you would have completed it in such a time. It's like, and that wouldn't have been fun. Thank you.
No.
Goodbye. The door behind you.
Right. So, yeah. I mean, definitely, that's not something I was very proud of. I mean, it was, like I said, it was fun. It started off being pretty funny, but then it just started getting really ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine. I'm getting very aggravated.
Mm.
But no, so I think we should move on to episode 2 now. Episode
2.
The Skill Up Party.
The Skill Up Party down in Cuffdale Tunnel. Again, this one, I'm going to play it. Yeah, just play now. It's fine.
Okay.
This one was, again, sort of a test. Who is this? This is Baracus, Sirioku or Shiro, and I think, is Ellison there?
I can't remember, no.
I think she's there.
I see an old friend of mine there, Mimitsu. Ellison, yes, there she is.
She is. Arjit Lam is
yes.
there. Yeah. Who I still talk to regularly today. I was just talking to him a little while ago. Yeah,
and that's one thing we should mention. A lot of these people who you see in these videos, we still have regular contact with for the most part. Some we have drifted away from over time. And that is the sad fact of life that, sometimes people who you talk to, you don't always keep as much contact with them as you might like. But
my recollection of this event was that we were just down there to skill up, obviously.
Yeah.
And somebody was there camping Emmet when Emmet was camped. And he popped, and Baracus went over there and just ripped him away. I think he was only like 70 at this point, so he wasn't really able to take him down. So,
yeah. And his blue mage, and he did insane stuff in his blue mage.
Actually, none of us are in this is 70. None of us are 75.
No, I think you're right. Actually, I think no one here is at particularly high level.
No,
I think we're high level, but we're certainly not max level.
No, we're not. I mean, it's evident by Ellison wearing full AF on her monk when people did that.
But you guys did well there. I mean, you downed it and you killed it. I thought that was quite well done for just picking up the enemy, especially Baracus being as Baracus. It's like, grab mine. So
that was Dragoon. That was when I was really beginning to bring it out there at the during the end for like big things. I think I was like 72 or 73 or something. Oh no, actually no. I think I know what we were doing. I might have been getting weapon skill points for Impulse Drive, I think it was. That might have been what it was.
Ah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So,
I mean, yeah.
Just as a reminder then, to people who might not know, and I'll do mine in a minute, but I'll let you go first. What jobs did you have leveled? What jobs were your mains?
At that point?
Well, in general, over the course of your career, what did you level?
The two jobs I felt I enjoyed the most were Blue Mage and were Dragoon. And still to this day, even though I don't play, they are the two jobs that I miss the most. I love 14's Dragoon, but right now it doesn't compare.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. I do miss my Blue Mage a great deal.
I know a few people that do actually. I hope that eventually becomes great.
Yeah.
So now for myself, Paladin 75 was the first one I leveled, and my particular favourite job. I'd never played an MMO before 14, so it was sort of my first introduction to this kind of class system. I'd seen it in video games I'd played before, so I knew what a tank, DD, and all that was. So, but I always knew, I always enjoyed being the tank, because I often find being the tank, especially in single-player games, often gave me the greatest amount of being able to lead the battle, so to speak.
Right.
I could lead pace, I could ensure that, nothing, if anything messed up, it was on my shoulders, basically, because it was the front line defense.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always the role that I would play because it was easier to play myself and let a non-player character do, basically. And I just enjoy the whole mythology of knights and shining armor and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was my first 75, and it was for a very long time. It was my only 75. It took me well over a year to get it to that point. That was between being because at the time I was at university / college, and obviously my time was limited, and I was also doing part-time as well. But when I did get time, I leveled it, and it was good fun and entertaining. I very much enjoyed the leveling experience on Paladin. Didn't so much enjoy the endgame experience because there wasn't really much for it, but
no,
that changed over time. Thank God, it did find its place, but still, it was very much pain on that side. And then after a sort of a longer hiatus due to my inability to really play effectively, due to a crappy laptop, I then eventually started working on Bard. Mm-hmm. And Bard was much quicker, but my original intention on Bard was to level that purely by proxy to help make my Paladin better. I use it for merit parties, use that just...
Well, you came through COP as a Bard.
I did, yes. There's a lot of the times I did, because obviously we had Argent Lamp. I was Paladin, so it was ineffective for me really to come on Paladin, because there's very few situations that call for two tanks. So it worked out well for that, quite thankfully. But Bard was next 75, and Bard very quickly turned into the de facto job that people wanted me as, and because it was a good job, it was a very powerful job in terms of what it could do and what it could bring to the battle. And for a long time, I loathed it. I very much regretted my decision to level it, but over time, and thanks to a friend of mine who sort of brought me around to the way of things that, what a Bard could do, eventually it did grow on me, and I still wouldn't say I loved the job, but I did like it, and I did enjoy my time which I spent. Bard doesn't have the same ability to lead the battle as a Paladin or a tank class can, but it has its own way to sway the battle into our favour or to really sort of change up events. As a lot, Bard is a very busy job. It's not so, maybe as a DD you could walk away, get a snack, use the facilities, whatever you need to do, because you just lead onto a target and smack it. But a Bard constantly has to be casting spells with melee, they're going back to mages, maybe casting Serenity here, sleeping some mobs. You were always busy as Bard. You were always having to keep an eye on everything, so you got a much wider view of the battle.
I don't know how you play that job.
It sometimes drove me to the brink of insanity. It really did, particularly in really busy battles. Yeah.
It's just not... I can't do it.
And before I quit, I was working on Dragoon, but never really got that up. By that point, BC came out.
That's right, I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that.
I kind of remember that, yeah. That's when everybody in the show was holding that damn job.
Yeah, I had really come back after
a
situation hiatus, because I'd recently started getting to a new job, so I didn't have much time to play as I would normally. And I decided, 11 lost its sparkle for me when Abyssia came out, because it wasn't the same game for me anymore. I couldn't find that spark, and that's when I decided to leave.
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, hopefully that's giving you guys an idea of what
None of us liked Abyssia.
None of us liked Abyssia. I think for a lot
None of us liked
final straw. No, it's, in my opinion, Abyssia has been the single most unbalancing force on 11 ever.
Yeah.
Because obviously we raise level caps, which always causes its own forms of issues, but also this whole new level experience and what it all formed and the equipment you can get out of it was so broken.
Yeah.
It really made made a lot of the stuff redundant. I mean, I just couldn't take it anymore, and that's what really broke it for me. It's like, yeah, not having this anymore, I just left.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of too bad, but I knew that it was going to be coming to an end it was just kind of postponing the inevitable for me anyway.
Yeah. Which is a sad fact, but unfortunately it's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I knew that it was going to be... I knew that my time was drawing to a close at that point, but Abyssia just kind of... I tried to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really tried, but I just couldn't. I found that the game to me seemed to be heading towards more of a soloing-friendly kind of environment, but Abyssia, I think, kind of just said, no, never mind.
Yeah, it just destroyed that entirely. Nonetheless...
Oh, definitely.
Shall we? Let's move on to episode 3, because I'm very excited about episode 3.
Episode 3.
The Temple of Ugly.
Temple of Ugly.
Now, we were here for Kabi Mitts, if I remember correctly.
We were. For Batsmaru?
Batsmaru, yes, on his summoner, who acted more as a white mage in this battle, much to his, I'm sure, his own detest, but hey-ho.
This, and I've mentioned this before, this was when the group really kind of, I think, began.
I take it, is it playing on your end, I take it?
Yes.
Now, if I remember correctly, running through this area, we had a lot of problems getting here. I just remember so many Tomberries.
I don't remember that.
I remember Tomberries, many of them.
I don't remember that one. I don't remember this day.
Oh God, why?
Kind of. I mean, I remember doing this, but I don't remember everything. I don't know what we did before. I don't know what we. I sure as hell don't know what we did after this.
It may not have been this, but all I remember at some point is lots of Tomberries. I got one shot by Tomberry here once. I remember that much. Wasn't here, but it was some point. That was particularly unpleasant.
Well, Tonberries kind of have a special place in my heart because I, on Blue Mage, much, much later on, learned everyone's grudge off of them.
Nice.
And having to get it means you have to fight a lot, obviously, and then you build a lot of Tonberry hate. So everyone's grudge is not fun.
Mm.
And I should say when you get it, it sucks. And I knew it was going to suck, because one thing I picked up on was that if the mob did a spell that you needed, and it was very damaging, when you got it, it wasn't.
It was shit in comparison.
But it also had the opposite effect. Like, when you got tanked the thing to get disseverment for me, I knew about disseverment. I knew that it was insanely damaging, and we were expecting it. Listen to me. We were expecting it to, like, tear you apart and just one-shot you, but it didn't. It was like, I just remember, like, it did it, and I said, was that it?
It still hurt.
The poison is not fun, but the damage that it did was very minor. I want to say it was like 15 points of damage, and I just remember going, wait, was that it? And you're like, oh yeah, and we could see that you were poisoned. You're like, yeah, I'm poisoned. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, luckily it only took us one try.
Yeah, thankfully we got that very quick.
But this, I'm trying to think now. This Temple of Ugly, yeah, Kabi Mitts, we were trying to do him for Batsmaru, and then, I think the entire group was really, not entire group, but the big players were kind of together at that point.
Yeah, I mean, by that point, a lot, that was filmed at the back end of 2007.
We didn't have Meanie yet. Meanie wasn't there yet.
No, Meanie came back much further down the line. Yeah. But at that point, the main, sort of the core version 1 people, so to speak, people who were there at the beginning were, we'd pretty much format, we had, got our foundations, basically, as a social group.
Right. But I think also, even with these videos, I wasn't really sure what we were going to do with them yet.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the 3rd one, but I still didn't really have any idea. Because I think even early on, sometimes we were kind of addressing people watching, which after a while, after like maybe 3, I said, we don't have to do that. And I don't want to do that because I can't. I would never make a good talk show host. I could not look into a camera and address people who were not there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they could be watching, but it's a form of like acting that I can't do.
That's fair.
Might be why I can't do a podcast.
No, yes, it might be why I can't do a podcast. But then again, what is it?
Well, you're saying hello, everybody, and I'm just sitting here going, Who? Hello, who?
Who is the everybody? You know
Who's
who
listening?
You are.
You're not talking to anybody.
They know who they are. Don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should move quickly on then to episode 4 and 5. Come as I think we'll do episode 4 and 5, and then we'll do our closing remarks. This
A 1-2 punch.
a 1-2 punch. Yeah, we'll do our closing remarks. But it's our pilot episode. So 4 and 5 have history behind them. I said I could kill your dragoon. But it's like, no, why? And we decided to settle it the only way two men can settle it, and that was in Brenner.
I still wasn't 75 yet.
Nope, no, you were not. I was.
I do remember that day. I know I was 73.
Yeah.
I was 73. I was 73.
I know I was 75. So let me know when you begin playing.
Okay, play. I was. You were 75, obviously, because you just said it.
I said it, yeah. My terrible introduction. Since then, I've become a much more charismatic individual. But
this was also when I didn't have the full version of flaps. Fraps.
Flaps.
I was thinking of flaps because my wyvern's flapping.
Talking of wyvern, guess which I decided to attack first, thinking, I'll get rid of that, and he won't have his little buddy.
Wyverns back then were so useless, though.
I still wanted to do it. I wanted to.
He's attacking my wyvern. Oh, really?
Psychological warfare. I thought I wanted it to be. It's like I kill the wyvern, it will make you just collapse and want to kill yourself anyway.
No macros yet either for me.
No, very old school for you. Like none of this stuff. But then again, I had macros, but I only really ever used them when I was in like Dynamite or events. I used to just do it for the menu more often, not because.
No, now this is very interesting to watch because, on my Dragoon, somebody sent me a tell. I don't know who it was. I can't read it in the chat log.
And then Max is back.
The reason why this is very strange for me to watch because first of all, I don't have any macros, but most importantly, on Dragoon, I did, at least later on, I did so much gear swapping. It was just, for everything I did so much gear swapping. It was like, mages hated me because they could never heal me. I think they adjusted that later on, but every time, like Nelia was a dancer. She could never heal me because I was always jumping and all my gear would switch. I'd do a weapon skill, and you kicked my ass.
Damn straight.
Had this been today, I would have, but, for everything I did would switch gear. And because I was, subbing Samurai, and I would build up so much TP, I was almost constantly weapon skilling, so I was constantly switching gear, and she could never heal me.
Yeah.
And she'd be on Skype yelling at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't, what do you want me to do?
It's like, what do I do?
So, in this, no macros and no gear swapping macros either. So it's very...
Let's move on to episode 5. Let's see how you countered that little insult. So let's know when you kick it off.
Go right ahead.
So you decided...
So I had to come back and set you straight.
Yeah, because I thought, you said you've been Blue Ridge. I'll beat that as well. Bring it. Oh, how wrong I was.
Again, no macros. I'm trying to see what I have on. I know that's the Waller turban. That's the Scorpion harness. What the hell are those gloves?
Oh, God.
I know what they are, but I can't remember the name of them.
It's those mammal weird ones, isn't it?
No. They come from Ottergon, but I can't remember the name of them. I remember they had some ranged accuracy on them for some reason.
So I immediately knew when I started fighting on this, it wasn't going to end well from the initial volley of strikes you sent against me, because it was a case of, oh crap, you're hitting me like a metric ton. And I'm hitting you like a little pansy boy. Headbutt. Oh God, do you know how much that annoyed me?
Well, see, I'm not hit. At least with swords, I'm not hitting you for a lot.
No, on your swords, it's the blue magic which is causing me the most aggravation.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember.
Chaotic guy. I just silenced you.
I remember. Yeah, that didn't help issues at all. Yeah. Oh yeah, the number of bloody effects you put on me really hampered me.
I like how you're sitting there going, not pleasant.
No, it's pleasant. Why?
But you were actually, but you were actually going like, ow, as if I was actually hitting you.
Shield Bash, although did do anything, because this before Shield Bash was a guaranteed stun.
Well, you stopped my skill chain.
Oh,
I was in the middle of light skill chaining you, and you stopped it.
Well, I used to save myself for a little while there. I can see my HP is low.
Yeah, but you didn't realize that. I don't think you realized it. You stopped it by accident.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, bye.
For now. Now, see, this was before either one of us had C, so I didn't have, Disseverment or Vertical Cleave, any of those great C spells to use on you. If I did, you would have been dead a lot faster.
Yeah, I would have been hitting the floor much sooner than I did. But still, I hit the floor pretty damn quick.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't even tell you the last time I did a Brenner.
It was good times, though, very good times, and.
But I'm convinced that Blue Mage goes to Brenner just to be annoying. Just to be annoying. I used to go a lot. I had a friend on Odin. I forget his name. He was a red mage. I didn't know him very well, but he subbed ninja all the time on a red mage. I subbed it all the time on my blue mage, and we would occasionally go in there and just see how long we could last against each other. And it was really an endurance fight. It was really, really. I think we kind of came at a stalemate. I think he maybe got me 5 times, and I got him 5 times. It was sort of like whatever one couldn't do, the other could, and vice versa. So,
but yeah,
that was fun. That was fun.
That was fun. And talking of fun, that's I think we should wrap it up right there for our first episode, our pilot episode. So, yeah, tell us what you think. We're gonna go back and go sort of review more of these videos over time, and Device is going to post them up on his channel, which is the same one you'll probably be watching this on. I'll see why you changed it, but no, but give us your thoughts and opinions. And like I say, we are playing 14. We are active on there. The community isn't up and running, so to speak, just yet. But if you do want to hang out with us, or if you want someone to come when 2.0 is released, that's the time to really sort of hit us up and say, I want to join, because we are looking to get our community going back together. We had our golden age in 11. We want to have that golden age in 14 as well. And
probably sometime over the summer. I want to get it. I'd like to get it going. I have the shell active, but it's very lonely right now.
It's very lonely.
Yeah.
It's a North Korean link shell right now.
Oh, I'm editing that out.
But
Captain North Korea.
Captain North Korea. Oh dear me, best superhero ever. But no, absolutely. Feel free to join us, and of course.
I know what I'm photoshopping today.
Oh dear, this is good. I want you to. Also, I'm talking now. I'm going to see it's in the video. It's there. That's just. No. You need Captain North Korea in the center with Captain America at the side and Captain Britain on his other side.
Yeah.
Drinking tea with a monocle. Bargain, Governor.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh Christ. All right.
Feel free to leave messages and ask us any questions, because we will answer them. I
won't answer them.
And by the way, if you haven't,
I won't answer shit.
He won't answer shit. I'll answer it. He'll just insult you all day. But if you don't want to find us in 14, Jared and Snow, Viceroy Dragonmire,
on the Excalibur server, the King Arthur's server.
King Arthur himself endorsed us.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't get a better endorsement than King Arthur himself. But thank you for listening, and we'll speak to you next time. Peace.